This is Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Crimson Tide. This place is charged up and ready for a big game today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team now set to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. An inside give now from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. There's such a living history to this rivalry game. They began playing back in 1893 and so many dramatic chapters since then.
You know, growing up in the Big Ten region, I always had an appreciation for the Iron Bowl, watching Auburn and Alabama every year. But really, it wasn't until 1996.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Getting set. Here's second down. They're going to run it. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Second down coming up.
Second down play coming up.
42 spike.
He shreds the tackle. Escapes the pocket. Running right through tacklers. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense loved to play the RPO game. And here early, they pick up some big yards.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Using his legs. It's Young.
Cristiano, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
A quick throw out left, complete. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A strong game by this quarterback. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Quarterback lost track of the play clock, and that'll cost the offense 5. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. Second down after that previous play. Remember last time they played, Auburn pulled out a close game, Kirk. That's one moment the Auburn faithful will never forget.
Yeah, I don't think you and I will ever forget that. Anybody who's a college football fan, I think everybody anticipated Alabama able to win that game, and Auburn wins in such a close matchup. You know that's caught the Crimson Tide's attention coming into this one.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. It's a short completion of the tight end. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Offense will set up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
Chris, just think of the list of Auburn running backs. I mean, you see this guy pick up a first down, and you start to see a little bit of Bo Jackson in him. Maybe a combo. Remember those days of Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown when they were in that backfield? Trey Mason. Boy, so many great backs that Auburn has enjoyed, and this guy's looking good.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. The shotgun running play call. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Here's the second down play. Handoff heading left. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. They can't stop him. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. The BAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Really excellent possession last time. They mixed the run and the pass, kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Third down after that running play. And they pick up the first on the ground. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the toss play now, running to the right. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
Now moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And that run, good for first down yardage. The drive moves on. A handoff from the shotgun. Running through the tackle.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Just complete domination here by this Auburn defensive lineman, able to come up with that sack. And Chris, think about it, over the years since you and I have been doing college football, going way back to guys that Auburn's had, like Andre Bruce, such an electrifying pass rusher off the edge. Tracy Rocker, more from the inside. Nick Fairley, another guy that could dominate. Boy, Auburn's had some great ones.
Eighth play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now.
Gain of 7. Now, a 4th down.
And the coach has made the call, needing to extend this drive. The offense is out there to go for it. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Looking for his big tight end. He pulls it in for a big gain.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. Trying to run, it's Young. Aiming for the end zone. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution in that drive, Kirk?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to always rely on the big plays. That's a great drive.
PAT puts them in front by 7. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fields it just outside the goal line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team.
And the Auburn offense will take over. First and 10.
And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Enough for a first down at the 37. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him a chance to pick up some big yards.
He's going for a big play downfield. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Auburn.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
They're setting out to try the PAT. And the PAT is good.
The kick is good.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. The Alabama offense onto the field. Can they keep it going? They mixed the run and pass beautifully in the last touchdown drive. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. And the offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Well, the defense better start adjusting and realizing the RPO is coming at them. Feels like they're just sitting back, worried about the potential big play through the air. Meanwhile, this offense is running the ball right down their throat.
First down here for this offense. Well, somebody up there got a little too antsy at the line of scrimmage. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Penalty makes it first and long. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, tied.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
And they'll set up with a PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Caught on the outside. It's Turner. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
Pass caught, second down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Dropped for a loss after the catch on third down. Sets up a fourth down now. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. With the return, it's Reinbolt. And the returner brought down by the coverage team.
And your Alabama Crimson Tide will take over. First things in.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Obvious false start there, moving too early. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half.
Alabama.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looks like the offense is content to run out the clock here and just take it to intermission. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They get the second half started with a running play.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. See what the call is on 1st and 10. And now the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. And Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. At the 10. Going to take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Bama. And a pick 6. A monster monster play by this defense here, Kurt.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
And the Auburn offense will take over. First and 10.
And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after going to pick 6 last time out here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. In the red area, it's Young. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so second and 7. Takes the handoff again. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Look out now. The Tide are beginning to really roll. This is getting away from the Auburn Tigers right now.
Yeah, kind of a game of momentum. Alabama has had the upper hand, and now after this score, you're right, this thing could get out of reach.
Extra point makes it 35-14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there.
And the Auburn offense will take over. First and 10.
And the Auburn offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Looking to throw it on first down. He'll try a pass here. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 34.
Boy, great recognition here by the quarterback, recognizing zone defense. Initially didn't have anybody open, but I love he's able to show that he's got enough athletic ability to get outside of the pocket and be able to make that nice throw for a big first down.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback dropping back. Contact as he threw it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
They make the first down, brought down to the 31. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for his big tight end. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contain, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Still down by double digits in the 3rd quarter. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Pass caught. Can he get in? He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line.
Boy, a risky decision here to go for it inside the red zone on 4th down, and you come up with a 1st down. I love that aggressive approach. Let's see if they can come up with a touchdown here to finish off this drive.
And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 35, Auburn 14.
They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up 2nd and goal. And now carry here for the fullback. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
And I really thought on 2nd goal you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead try to catch the defense napping by running. Man, does it backfire.
They break the huddle on 3rd and goal. Field goal doesn't do much good here. They'll try the option play here. Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it? Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball.
You know, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
Remember, a field goal here doesn't do much. So on 4th and goal, you're going for the touchdown. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he's brought down, a sack for the defense coming up big on this 4th down play.
Instead of getting points here and going for the field goal, this offense decides to get aggressive, and the offensive line gives up the sack. It looked like they miscommunicated. The defense, to their credit, is able to get after the quarterback, and they come up with not only a stop, but now they get the ball back themselves.
Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball for 31.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Send the back in motion. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Alabama. And the route is on. And momentum really building now. This one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. Man, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Can't quite get out to the 25. They'll spot it at the 24 to begin the drive. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Moves the ball up to the 30. Important second down play coming up.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Makes the catch. It's Turner. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 33-yard line. This drive is going now. Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Some hard running there through a tackle. Getting close to midfield now. They'll bring it down to the 47.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
The pocket breaking down. Going to try to use his legs here. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option,
and he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Love this never say die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Point after, not quite through. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments, come up with a stop here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. It's a shotgun run call. Defense stops him short of the mark, so now it's 4th down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The punt team making their way on the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the coverage team lets the ball roll dead.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here. They're fired up, and they should be. Of course, the punter got some help from his friend, the football, right? What a kick to set them up in a good spot for the defense to go to work.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to scramble now. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Trying to extend the play. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
That's a nice scramble there. A big gain, but not enough for the first down.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for it.
And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession.